Good evening, everybody. I want to welcome everyone to the 2025 Phillips 66 Big 12 Men's Basketball Championship. My name is Alfred White, and I will be your post-game press conference moderator throughout this week and this weekend. After each game, the winning team will be escorted to this room. We will have each team on the dais for up to 10 minutes each. We will ask each head coach to open each team session with general comments about the game. If you would like to ask a question, please raise your hand and let us deliver to you a wireless microphone. Please state your name, your affiliation, and designate who you would like to answer your question. Ask that directly into the microphone, as ASAP Sports is transcribing this press conference remotely. Quotes and other media materials are available in the media Dropbox on Big12Sports.com. When entering and departing this interview room, we request that you use the rear entrance to this area. Locker rooms are open for up to 30 minutes. Once the team's cooling off period ends, the winning team has a 5-minute cooling off period, and the non-advancing team has 15 minutes. If you would like a security escort to your vehicle in the parking garage tonight, please notify the guest services staff at the entrance to the media workroom or the security guard at the media entrance on Oak Street. Joining me on the dais is Arizona head coach Tommy Lloyd. He is joined by Trey Townsend and Henry Vasar. Coach, when you're comfortable, if you could get us started with some general comments about the game.
Just really proud of our guys. Obviously, we've had this game. We've really looked forward to playing it since last Saturday. We had an awesome introduction to the Big 12 in Lawrence, Kansas, and it was a very similar game today. And they kind of made the run at the end, and it kind of left a bad taste in our mouth. But by no means does that mean just because you lost the last one that the next one's going to be given to you. So our guys came out and did a great job preparing this week and making it happen, and just really proud of our guys overall. This has been a resilient group. We've had some tough days, but we're here for it. So I'm really proud of how the guys came out and played today.
Okay, our first question is going to be on the right, about 6 rows back.
Hey, Shamoni Coyote. Coach, after the game in Lawrence on Saturday, you summed it up essentially by saying there was a lot of selfish basketball. Out there tonight looked completely different in that front. Talk to me about kind of the night and day from Saturday.
I don't know if there was a lot of selfish, and I mean maybe I said that, but that's a coach in the heat of the moment. I just thought we could make some better decisions, and just when we have certainties, and one of our certainties has always been fundamentals. When we can count on fundamentals and IQ, I mean, it's a game changer for us. And so, sometimes, those will get lost in maybe hunting too aggressively hunting shots or getting in the paint and not playing on 2 feet. And I thought our guys did a good job kind of settling in today. And, Trey, for instance, had a couple, I was telling him, I was like, I think you can drive the ball on these guys. And he took a 3, and it was wide open, and then I told him that, and it wasn't a bad shot, but then the next possession, I think, in the first half, he drove it, and I think he had a dunk attempt. That's when there was him and Adams kind of met at the rim, and I think once he saw that and kind of settled in and played on 2 feet, and he was just a difference maker. So when we can make those kind of adjustments, it's a game changer for us.
We'll stay on the right, second row.
Hi, Bruce Pascoe, the Arizona Daily Star. Tommy, what went into the decision to flip-flop these 2 guys in the starting lineup, and did you feel it? Do you have any idea it would play out the way it did with them both playing like that?
I mean, listen, I'm not Nostradamus. Isn't that what you called me before? I'm not Nostradamus. I'm just a coach, and I just felt like it would maybe be the right move today. Trey's really been trending the right direction, and listen, Trey's a first-class guy. I mean, last year he's the mid-major national player of the year. He comes to Arizona, has some success, but then has some struggle. And, I kind of moved the lineup around, and he was nothing but classy the whole time. So, I felt like he was trending in the right direction, and I felt it was the right move. And, and Henry, I honestly asked Henry about it a couple of days ago, and he just totally easily said, Coach, I'm okay with anything. I don't care what you do. You do whatever you think is best for the team, and I'm here. I'll start. I'll come off the bench. I'll be the 8th guy. I'll be the 9th guy. I'll be the 6th guy, whatever you need me to be. So we have great guys that understand that it takes a group and more than just a starting 5.
Okay, we're going to go on the right side here on the front row.
Coach Rob Collins from the Fox affiliate here in Kansas City. You talk about your bench scoring. Henry and the guys have 46 points in the bench and also 45 points in the paint for you guys.
Well, we make no bones about it. We don't mind playing games in the paint, and it's kind of how we're built. And we like throwing in a few threes here and there too. I mean, but we have no problem playing in the paint. And I think if you look at the guys that coming off the bench, today for us, you had obviously Carter Bryant's an elite young talent. You have Henry, who's getting experience and really talented, and you have KJ Lewis, who's a game changer with his effort and energy. I mean, those are really good players. So when you can bring 3 guys off your bench like that, and kind of have a team that settles into executing a game plan with poise, I think that's a good formula, and these guys showed something tonight.
Okay, let's go to the left side, about 7 rows back.
Ben Hook, University Daily Kansan. Coach, how much was your game plan and strategy going into tonight affected knowing that Kansas had gone 45 minutes the night before?
I mean, you could talk yourself into everything, but I saw that some of their players had played a lot of minutes, and the thing to me, that I thought was, I wasn't worried about fatigue, but I'm like, how can they play 40 and 38 minutes and not be in foul trouble? We got to be more aggressive and get these dudes in foul trouble. So that was more my approach, is I wanted to limit their minutes with foul trouble, and hey, that's why you play a 20-game regular season, and fortunately for our guys, we earned the double bye, and when you earn something like that, hopefully you can take advantage of it. So I'm sure it helped us a little bit today.
Let's go to front row here on the left side.
Coach David Smale, Field Level Media. Just talk about your initial thoughts about Texas Tech tomorrow night.
Well, I think they're, one of the most disciplined teams in the country. I mean, they're really, they know what they want to do, and they're able to execute it with a lot of certainty. And when they make a plan, they have a conviction to stick with it, and it's really impressive. And obviously, they're playing with great confidence. They're shooting the ball well. They have 2 guys that are matchup problems, and they're big guys. They're 4 and they're 5, and it's just a great team, and they're having a great season. But guys, to talk to these guys. Like, come on, I'm boring. Like, I'm tired of talking to you guys. Talk to these guys. Like, they were the guys out there performing today. You know, I was just able to enjoy the show.
Okay, let's try that first over here on the right, on the second row.
I was going to ask all three of you, but about just the difference in the defense inside than 5 days ago. What was the difference? Did you guys think?
I mean, obviously, you just haven't played them. We got a sense in, how they did things offensively. We felt we had a great game plan there. Obviously, it didn't go our way, so, Coach Murph led the scout. We made some changes, and, we really stuck to that plan today. We didn't go off, do our own thing, do what, us players felt was best. The coaches laid out a great plan for us, and I felt we, did a great job executing it today.
Yeah, I agree with what Trey said. Like, we just followed the plan. We just had played them, so we knew their tendencies. I think we concentrated all week playing for them, against them. And we just, at their plays, we left with a bad taste in our mouth, like Coach said before, and we definitely wanted to play against them and wanted to execute the plan the way we needed to.
Okay, let's go in the front row here on the left.
Gary Bedard, KC Star. To the players, you closed the game out 18-8, I think. What did you think of your performance that stretch, and what did you think of Kansas's defense overall?
I mean, I just felt it was a great basketball game. It was very physical, and it just comes down to the plan that we had going into it. And then for me, trying to do the best I can to lead through those moments, because this is my last postseason playing college basketball. I don't have any eligibility left after this year, so really just locking in on playing every game like it is the last time that I'm going to step on the court, and trying to pass that to these guys so they can all play with that same mindset, because it really is win or go home. And I felt like we just executed that plan and played with a lot of heart down the stretch.
I gotta give a shout out to the guards. They did a great job getting through the ball screens and helping us bigs. We were able to recover quicker, and I think at the end of the game that made a huge difference for us.
Let's go on the left side here on the third row.
Hi, Melissa Guzalogu, Daily Wildcat. Henry, how did you keep up your momentum going into the second half to continue scoring?
My teammates just put me in the right spots to score. They made easy passes. I got easy layups, easy shots. They gave me the ball down low. I got to the paint. Then I think playing off 2 feet helped me definitely.
I don't know if the shots were easy, but I thought Henry did a great job with his physicality and finishing them. And that's something that we've been stressing. So, those were some tough finishes. So Henry deserves a lot of credit for finding a way to stay on balance and get it up and in.
Okay, it's late. We've got time for a couple more questions. Anybody interested in them? Okay,
Awesome.
Coach.
Thank you
very
guys.
much.
Thank you.
Okay, Coach Bill Self is here along with Hunter Dickinson and DeJuan Harris Jr. Coach, when you're comfortable, can you just start us off with some general comments about the game?
Yeah, obviously we didn't do a good job defensively, and they shot the ball so well early. That gave them some separation, and then we actually played pretty well probably for the next 20 minutes and 25 minutes, and then we didn't close. But you know, we tried hard. I think we had, you know, not an excuse because we put ourselves in that position, but you know, that was a pretty quick turnaround after 4 guys played almost 40 last night, and so I just didn't feel like we had the energy defensively to keep them out of the paint. And obviously they shot the ball well, but where they really hurt us the most was at the rim, and they dominated the paint.
Okay, please raise your hand. We'll get a question, a microphone to you for your question. Got one here on the left, Coach, on the 3rd row.
Sierra Blazer, Daily Wildcat, and this is for you, Mr. Self. What was the mindset going into tonight's game, and how was it different than going into Saturday's game?
I thought, that's a good question. I thought maybe Saturday we played more desperate. Last home game, senior day. I thought tonight I thought we tried hard, but I didn't feel like we played quite as desperate or with as much reckless abandon tonight as we did the Saturday.
Got to back up, or no, we don't. Just go to the front row here on the right.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Coach Self, Rob Collins, Fox affiliate here in Kansas City. Talk about the disparity in the paint and also in the bench scoring for those guys. What do you think led to that?
Well, the bench scoring deal is a little misleading because, but what was interesting, they had 6 different guys make threes. So they had balance, and we obviously didn't have as much balance. And, you know, our bench delivered what we deliver? 6 points tonight. Was that right? Oh no, Diggy. I'm sorry. Diggy got 9, I guess, and Flory had 4. So we had 13. But we didn't when we didn't play the bench much. I didn't think the bench was very effective, to be honest. I thought their bench was obviously pretty effective, and there was no drop off when they went to it.
Let's go to the front row on the left.
Gary Bedore, KC Star. To the players, I think Arizona turned a 1-point game, outscored you 18-8 down the stretch. Some might figure it was fatigue. What do you think of that stretch to close the game?
I don't think you can blame fatigue. I mean, you know, in this NIL era, you know, we're paid to play, and so we got to be professionals out there and take it like a professional approach. You can't give that excuse. I think it starts with me. I got to be better for my team and give more energy. I feel like I let them down, especially defensively.
You'd like DeJuan to answer that as well?
Basically what he said, you can't make excuses. Especially against teams like that. You gotta play hard into the finish line. You know, Arizona clearly wanted it more. So.
We got a question on the left here, about 7 rows back.
Ben Hook, University Daily Kansan. Coach, how do you think your guys' game plan and strategy was affected by having to go 45 minutes the night before?
I don't think the strategy was affected. Maybe the execution of it wasn't quite, but those are all excuses. I mean, the bottom line is we didn't make them play bad. And in order for us to be a good team, and when we played our best, we made our opponents not play very well. So that to me is the biggest thing. Scoring 77 points should be enough.
Let's go to the right side here, about 4 rows back.
Bill, just where do you feel like you are? What are the next few days like before you gear up for the tournament, and just where what you need to get accomplished over the next week?
Our league is really good. It would be hard to win the tournament playing 4 games in 4 days with basically playing 5 guys, or 6 guys. So that's not I'm okay with that. But I do think this we need a couple of days to rest, and because we got a tired team. We've been riding the starters or at least 4 of them hard for a long time. So we could use a little rest. Now, I'd rather play tomorrow and not have rest, but it can also turn out to be an advantage for us going into next week.
Let's go over here to the left for Dennis Dodd.
Dennis Dodd, CBS Sports. I was going to ask the same question. I'll just ask the players, where is the team's game at and where are your guys' heads at heading into the tournament?
Your head's you got to have high hopes going into the tournament because, you never know what will happen in March Madness. And, I believe in my teammates. I believe in my coaching staff. And, I feel like we can do it. We just got to take care of a couple things, get better on the defensive end like Coach said. And basically that's the main thing, the defense. So.
Yeah, I would say we're probably one of the more volatile teams in the country. I mean, when you look at it, we've played with the best in the country and been neck and neck with them and beat some of them. And then we've also been neck and neck with a lot of average teams. And so I think it just, depends on which Kansas team shows up. And, the blessing and the curse about these next couple games is you only got to be great for 40 minutes, and then you get another 40 minutes. And I think it starts with me. I mean, I can't go out there and play like I did today, or we're going to go home early. So I got to bring it, every game.
Got any other questions? Okay, we're going to go to one here on the front row, on the left side, and then we'll come back to the one on the 7th row.
To the players, you addressed it a little bit, but in the 2 games, how would you assess your defense and where it stands today?
I would say, it starts with me. I got to be better in the ball screen coverage and then also one-on-one. I think I really let my teammates down with that. When you look at it, holding, their best player to 11 points, and then they're probably their second best player to 7 points. Going into that game, I feel like you'd be really confident in that, but I gave up too many baskets today, especially one-on-one, where I really let my team down.
To Coach, what do you think about a possible seed on Sunday?
I don't know enough about what they have as a 6 today, and so we certainly didn't help ourselves tonight. But we also lost to a team that's going to be probably a top 4 or 5 seed at the worst. So Arizona's good and they're talented and they're athletic and they have depth and they can throw bodies. And the thing about their team, from my perspective, their success in large part will be determined how well they shoot the basketball. You start out 5 of 6 from 3. That was we couldn't keep up with that. But seed, I don't know. GB, there's still games to be played, but I would say that 6-7 line probably.
Let's go to the 7th row on the left.
For both the players, what did you guys think of Zeke Mayo's performance, and especially that stretch he had midway through the second half?
That's what we recruited him for. We believe in him. We know what he can do, and he keeps playing like that. We're gonna be in great shape. So scoring the ball wise.
Yeah, I just wish I could have did more to help him out. I feel like he was really carrying us out there, and I wish I could have did a little bit more for him to help out. Because he did have a really good game for us.
Vahi.
Bill, to Hunter's point about the volatility and which Kansas team shows up, is that a bit of how you feel in terms of what it's become?
I think Hunt hit right on the point. The thing that's what he said is true. Excuse me. And what he says, take more responsibility, that stuff. It's the same way with every one of our starters. Juan's got to feel the same way. Zeke's got to feel the same way. KJ's got to feel the same way. We don't have the depth to not feel that way, which I think makes our team look more volatile, because when 1 or 2 of those guys aren't quite there, there's a big we don't have guys to come in off the bench and replace that. So I think Hunt's right on the point, but I think everybody needs to take that ownership that what Hunt's talking about, because that's just the way it is this year. I mean, there's no other way that we're going to be this year.
With that,
I'm sorry.
With that, I mean, is it at a point a little bit where you're not quite sure what you're going to get game to game?
think it's at a point where I'm concerned about what we're going to get. I would say there would be many times that I would be concerned about, can we score enough points? And is our defense good enough to keep a team under 70? Can we get to 70? Right now, we've scored points. We just haven't stopped guys. You know, even when we played Arizona, that was a good basketball game last Saturday. And you got to understand something. Arizona came rested, and they had all week to prepare for us and all that. So, I mean, they were ready to play. You could tell. Didn't you guys think it was a different energy they had? I mean, they came ready. I think what I'm most concerned about, what are we going to get on the defensive end? Because I think we got to make people play poorly in many ways when you're playing an elite team, which we're more than capable of doing, but we haven't done that consistently.
Okay, we got time for 2 more questions. First one will be here on the left side, about 8 rows back.
Coach, on that front, I'm sure you've tried every trick you know in the book to try to get the defense to be more consistent this year. Are you, I mean, at wit's end with it? What can you do at this point of the year?
Well, I think that we can do some things. I think a lot of it is, you know, if you're playing, if the Chiefs are playing and they need a great defensive effort and they've been on the field for 2/3 of the game and we need them to be great in the fourth quarter, it's a little bit harder to do. When the offense has the ball 2/3 of the game and you need to be great in the fourth quarter, it's a little bit easier to do because the energy and guys are turned up and flying around. I feel like that we don't create havoc in large part because I think we're fatigued sometimes. I think we play tired sometimes. So can that be corrected? I don't know if it can be corrected, but certainly we can. Hunt said it best. All right, we got to play well for 40 minutes, and then we can take 48 hours off, and we got to play well for 40 minutes again. And it's a 2-game tournament, and we've got enough gas in the tank to do that.
Okay, we got one more question. Anybody interested in it? Okay, Coach, thank you very much. Good luck next week.